All right, it's 7:29 p.m. and October 10th, 7:15 or 7:29 p.m. Joshua Type B Economic Development Corporation and Parks Board will hold county chambers here. We do have a quorum. Missing a couple of people.
Bill's from the Bird, Bill and Kim.
And Courtney. Kim's no longer on the board. Kim, she's no longer on the board. We now have, well, we do have this Kim. We replaced Kim. Yes.
Kim 2.0. Okay. The Economic Development Corporation Parks Board invite citizens to speak on any topic other than the specific Development Corporation Parks Board is required to limit its response to responding with a statement of specific existing policy or direction with city staff
That's correct.
So, regular agenda for this evening then is city secretary to open office to newly appointed director.
Okay. That would be Merle, Dustin, and Miss Kim. You'll stand and raise your right hand.
It's this one. Yes, you gotta make your.
You would repeat after me. I state your name.
Indeed.
Do solemnly swear or affirm
Swear or affirm.
that I will faithfully execute the duties. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I kind of feel like I'm doing it about myself here.
You did a good job. You did a good job. Go ahead. I'll let you go.
Yeah.
And it's okay. We're going to start over.
The people from home will be back here shortly. Why don't we just sign? That's a good thing.
I state your name.
I, and you know, who I am.
Kim Carter.
Dustin Deans.
Do solemnly swear or affirm
Do solemnly swear or affirm.
that I will faithfully execute
Execute
the duties of
the duties of
the Office of Economic Development Corporation, Parks Board. Okay. For the city of Joshua,
For the city of Joshua.
state of Texas,
state of Texas
and will
and will
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
Preserve,
protect and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and the laws of the United States
and the laws of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
Next time we're gonna get some right.
Yeah.
Now, that don't come up for 2 more years, right?
That's correct.
Good.
Discuss, consider, and possible action on the appointment of the following positions for a 1-year term, which is president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer.
I nominate Mr. Dustin Dees for president. Second.
Okay, now I had a nomination, but not a motion. Is that going to be a motion?
Be a motion.
Are we gonna do them all at one time, or we gonna?
You can.
I think that'd be-
So cancel that motion. Okay. Okay.
All right, so we're looking for a motion for president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer position.
I nominate Dustin Dees for president, Merle for vice president, Kim for secretary, me for treasurer.
I second all 4 of those.
But you know what? It took care of.
All in favor of the nomination? Aye. Any nays? All right. I guess we move on to number 3 here, review and discuss questions related to the budget report and financial statement for September 2022. Mr. Peacock.
The tax revenues are significantly higher than what projected. We budgeted with $500,000. So far, most of the stuff is in there. There's a few little remaining things trickling in. So far, we've collected 670,000, almost 670. So those are significantly high. License and permit fees were up just a little bit, $18 million. Revenues. Over projections of 171,600. Pretty good share. We do have some overages and transfers out. I believe those were YMCA payments and the payments for the 380 agreement that was signed with Retail Connection and Joshua Station for the Starbucks. And those properties, sales tax from TAP B was also pledged on a TAP A. And if you don't recall, they received 100% of the sales tax and ad valorem tax up to for 10 years or up to an amount of 400,000. So both were not in the budget last year, so that's why we're seeing that. So anything left really that's
The odds that they're gonna get over 400,000. Probably not.
well, not with just Starbucks alone. Starbucks is paying. Now the ad valorem tax, I haven't seen exactly what that is. We'll get that, see that number in January, February. So those values will go up some, and so there'll be some money there, but I don't think they will not reach the $400,000 by themselves. It'll have to be something else will have to go in that end center that really boosts. I mean, Starbucks is doing well, but they're not going to generate that kind of money.
Is there any interest in them?
There's a nail salon going in there.
Yeah, so that'll be
I'm
nothing.
gonna get it.
That-
No.
That haircutting place pays nothing. I'm surprised that they actually let those places go in there because they generate almost nothing. So they're not this, I expect the 10 years will come well before the 400,000. Anyway, we'll clean up those numbers as soon as they finish getting all the year and stuff. We'll still be accepting, or I say we, finance will still be accepting expenditures for the fiscal year through the month of October, and then they'll close everything out. Your current fund balance, though, for unallocated funds is $685,911 as of today. Be happy to take any questions that you may have.
I don't believe I have any Okay. Discuss, consider impossible action on meeting minutes from.
Make the motion, we accept the minutes as stated, and I'll sit down the clock on go to. No, second.
Favor of approving the minutes from September 12th. Okay. Discuss, consider possible action settings of a 3-acre linear park dedication.
So this development is out off of Stadium Drive. It's been kind of in talks for a while, and I think some of us kind of thought it was dead in the water, and then all of a sudden last week they showed up with their plans. As part of their park dedication, the city ordinance and development requires that subdivisions either have two options for parkland dedication. They either dedicate property for a park, or they purchase out of it based on the size of their development. So in this case, what they have offered up as park dedication property is the gas easement that runs through this property. And we have accepted gas easements before, but it was a much larger area where we could still do some things with it. We can't build anything permanent on top of this. We can put a sidewalk or a walking trail, but it's not really wide enough to, I think you might be able to reach the other side and shake hands as you passed. I believe that this is useless as parkland. And I would recommend that the board deny the request for the donation, and we will have them purchase out of, unless they want to dedicate some of these lots, which I'm not sure that that's going to work out either. But I would say that we reject the offer for this as parking. This is going to be nothing but a maintenance item for us. And we'll be mowing it, maintaining it. They're already busy. And I don't see any benefit to this.
Long and narrow. Is that-
Yeah, there's a site plan of it that shows it. You can kind of see it on there. And it's just really not suited for anything.
Oh, yeah.
So the property fronts on the Stadium Drive. It's over next door to my kids' property.
How many houses they put? 145.
145 lots, and they're all over 10,000 square feet.
And that's the best they can do is 3 acres.
That's what they offered. But
Well, I think they're gonna run into some problems because part of their lots require
variance on the gas well setback, and they're asking for 200 feet distance. Now, council has given variances. They've never given one 400 feet worth, but that's what they're asking for. And I don't know and if they don't do it, there's another part of this that you don't see back here, where this road comes down and then winds and ends up back here, and there's a gas well. So with 600 feet takes out about 8 or 10 of those properties.
well, now, state of Texas come in and trumped everybody.
Well, they didn't trump them. Their minimum is 200 feet. We can do anything we want above that, but we cannot go below it.
But we went to 400. We was 600. Then we went to 400.
We're still at 600,
Are we still at 600?
but you can variance. The ordinance gives you the ability to variance down to 200 feet, but you can't go lower than
I
that.
thought we went to 400 at one time.
It's still 6. We gave a variance for 400 feet.
So if he doesn't get a variance,
Now, we were also told that that gas well is capped.
well, I've been told that too.
I don't think it is.
You know,
We'll know before the council meeting. We'll check and see, but I don't think it's capped.
now if it's not capped, that means he can go back up to the 600 feet.
That's the ordinance, but he's asking for a variance from the council. So y'all can grant him a variance 200 feet, but you can't go below 200 feet.
That would pretty, this don't make much sense to me.
On this discussion, Mr. Chairman, I have made a motion to deny on that paper. He's on the part.
We'll get the amount figured up and have development services send that to him.
So we need to vote on that.
Yeah, we have a
Yes.
motion, so we just need a second.
So, all in favor of denying the acceptance of the creator in your part?
You said acceptance, he,
To deny.
don't deny, okay,
Deny,
okay,
sorry.
it's okay.
Number 6, discussion with grant work.
That's right.
Gather input for discussing.
They apologize if they will be here next month.
Okay, future agenda items.
We're gonna try to bring them back, right?
They're coming next month.
So,
So we'll have grant works next month, and then we're also gonna start bringing y'all some. They collected a lot of stuff from several different park vendors at TML last week, and so we'll have some art for y'all to look at, some options. And I think the people that we've been working with are working on some presentation for y'all too, so we'll get all that squared away. Hopefully maybe have for you then. It depends on how long Grant Works is gonna take it. If they have questions they need answered for their surveys and all that, if that's the case, we might put it off another month. I don't want to keep y'all here too late.
Okay. Anything else you need?
One question, Mike. You might have told me the answer to this. But I can't remember.
Okay.
No. We're gonna have to vote on it to run the cable, the fiber from here to the parking.
No.
Okay.
We won't be using any of y'all's funds to do that, so. It'll all be ran in utility easements, so.
Are we putting any more water in the parks pond?
Yes, they're doing it. When we did that, work, putting that, valve in, we had to put in for the new regulations. We put another valve, in front of it where we can turn on and run water to the splash pad and it just drains out. So that they were doing that. They've been doing it during the daytime hours and cutting
No
it back.
update on Cooper Park, Cooper Valley.
Well, we're gonna wait to see what the survey shows, see what they want. But to update the parkland, there is gonna include some surveys. And we're gonna isolate that park and kind of target the people in that area, see what they'd like to see.
Plan to use the drainage ditches that don't line or anything.
Drainage ditches. You mean the detention pond?
Detention.
Possibly, the container part of that development could. But, and that will come to y'all,
Okay.
but there's
We had
no,
talked about it at one time.
yeah, there's nothing concrete
So,
yet, but yeah, that'll be something that we talk about and we'll put that on for y'all once we get there. We're just not quite there yet.
All right. Okay, see you, 7:46, short meetings adjourned.
So y'all had to wait